All right, we are learning about adding and subtracting polynomials. I know I've got this when I can find the value of a polynomial, given replacement values for the variables, simplify a polynomial by combining like terms, and add and subtract polynomials. So key vocabulary is coefficient, polynomial, descending powers, monomial, binomial, and trinomial, the degree of a term, and the degree of a polynomial. A term is a number or product of a number and variables raised to powers. Coefficient is the numerical factor of a term, so the number in front of a variable. A constant is a term which is only a number, so there are no variables. If it doesn't vary, it's constant. A polynomial is the sum of terms involving variables raised to whole number exponent with no variables appearing in any denominator. No variables can appear in a denominator in a polynomial. So the three types of polynomials, there are many more. A monomial has one term, a binomial has two, and a trinomial has three. The degree of a term is the sum of the exponents on the variable contained in the term. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So the degree of a constant is 0 because it's the exponent on the sum of the exponents on the variables. So if there are no variables, the degree is 0. The degree of the term 5a to the 4th b cubed c is 8. Remember that c can be written as c to the 1. So you are adding up your exponents. So 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. So the degree of a polynomial is the greatest degree of any term of the polynomial. So for instance, the degree of this polynomial is 3 because this degree is 3, this one is 2, and this one is none. So you pick the highest of all of those. Okay, in the polynomial 7x to the 5th plus x squared, y squared minus 4xy plus 7, there are 4 terms. So this is one term, 2, 3, and 4. The coefficient term of 7x to the 5th is the 7. The coefficient of term, this is 1 because you assume it's 1 in front. The coefficient of this is -4, and the coefficient of 7 is 7. 7 is a constant term. So those are all my terms. So number 1 says find the degree of each term. So in A, the exponent on the x is 7, so the degree is 7. On B, the exponent on the x is a 6, so the degree of the term is 6. Remember, it's only the degree is the on the variables, because this -4 cubed could actually be written -64x to the 6th. So the degree is 6. And on 7.26, there is no variable. It could be written as 7.26x to the 0, but if it's constant, your term is always going to be 0. All right, 1b says find the degree of each polynomial and tell whether the polynomial is a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. So basically, how many terms does it have and what is its degree? Well, the first one has 1, 2, 3 terms, so we would say it's a trinomial, and the degree, the highest it has is a square, so that would be 2 is its highest degree. Okay, on a squared, -a squared bc, that's a monomial because it only has 1 term. And the degree would be 2 plus 1 plus 1. So we would say it's a 4th degree. Okay, and then on a6 minus 5.48, it is a binomial because there's 2 terms and the degree is 6. So you can see we filled out a table and we listed all the degrees. and classifications. Okay, so I want you to do C. Find the degree of each of those. Okay, so this has 2. The degree of that is 2. The degree of this is 5 because we're adding the 3 and the 2. The degree on the negative 6x is 1, and on the 3.8 is 0. So to find the degree of a polynomial, you pick the highest one. So your degree is 5. Okay, I'm going to do this one. So find the value of 2x cubed minus 3x plus 4 when x equals negative 2. So all we're going to do is plug it in. So I've got 2 times negative 2 cubed minus 3 times negative 2 plus 4. So order of operations tells me to do exponents first. So negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. Then from left to right, okay, so negative 16 plus 6 is negative 10, plus 4 is negative 6. And when you're doing this, you need to write down all the steps. Not all the steps you need to do for you, all the steps. All right, 2b, evaluate the polynomial when y equals negative 2. So I'm going to plug a negative 2 in for every y. And I'm going to evaluate. So remember, do exponents first. So negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Negative 2 squared is 4. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. And then I have that minus 4. So I'm going to go from left to right. So negative 8 minus 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 minus negative 12 is negative 24. And negative 24 minus 4 is negative 28. All right, now here's one for you to do. So go ahead and pause the video. And you should have gotten negative 13. Like terms are terms that contain exactly the same variables raised to exactly the same powers. Only like terms can be combined through addition and subtraction. So you have to have exactly the same variable with exactly the same exponent. So those are like terms: x squared, z, y to the fourth, y to the fourth. Those should be alphabetical. This is not unlike, this is unlike terms. It's not like terms because that has a 2 and this just has a 1. This has a 2, that has a 1, and so on. So the variables and the exponents have to be exact. So combine like terms to simplify. Okay, so 4x plus 3x, 7x. In B, we can only combine like terms, right? So 5x squared minus 2x squared is 3x squared, and 6 minus 2 is a positive 4. Now I want you to do this one. Remember to only combine like terms. Pause it. And you should have gotten 11x squared y plus 2xy minus 3y. Okay, to add polynomials, you combine like terms. To subtract two polynomials, change the signs of the terms of the polynomial being subtracted and then add. So that's kind of confusing. So let me walk you through that. Okay, so we're going to add these two. Okay, so we're going to have 3x plus, what can I combine in here? This 3x. So 3x plus a negative 3x, those are actually going to cancel each other out. I can combine this negative 8 with, so negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. And then what's left? Just this 4x squared. So I can put that in front. So I'm just combining like terms. All right, in 4b, so when I write this, I like to say 4 minus a negative would be plus y, minus a negative 4 would be plus 4. So I kind of distribute my negative. That's what it was talking about in those notes that they gave us. So basically, I like to distribute my negative. In this case, I would get y plus 8 because 4 plus 4 is 8. So go ahead and do this one. I'm going to pause first, and that should be your answer. So you can kind of see what I combined together. All right, I know I've got this. When I can find the value of a polynomial given replacement values for the variables, simplify polynomial by combining like terms, and add and subtract polynomials. Do you really understand? A polynomial such as 4x squared minus 3xy plus 5x squared plus 7xy minus 2 can be simplified by combining like terms. Describe how to do this and then simplify the polynomial. So we are going to combine everything that we can. So I'm going to combine 4x squared and 5x squared, and I would get 9x squared. Then I can combine negative 3xy plus 7xy, so that would give me plus 4xy. Then I can't do anything with the 2, so I would leave it there. And that is how it's done.